Welcome to SNL. It is good to have everybody in the house. And, we called out Giuseppe last time, and
he's here.
Look who's here.
Come on.
Giuseppe, somebody's got to do a camera switch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually Giuseppe.
I want to show myself.
Oh, my God.
All right, I did it, yeah.
Come on, he's in the house.
I'm here.
Giuseppe, you're not any better than Will.
Well,
But hey, I will say this. You're here.
That he
yeah,
is.
finally.
And Will, this weekend, if you don't know, Will, one of our producers, got engaged.
Yeah.
He did.
And it only took
One weekend.
one weekend of engagement for him to be all gone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
That's the way it goes. We are on Rumble. If you want to go watch on Rumble, you can go to Rumble and help us build up our stream on Rumble. We're also on Instagram Live right now.
Goodness.
Come
YouTube
on.
as well.
And
Mixer.
Yes. So now, we're not going to stay on
Tinder.
What is it?
Windows Live.
Skype and everywhere.
But we're not going to stay on Instagram the whole show.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
kind of saying you could be experiencing this.
Right.
Exactly.
With some more.
Every Sunday.
See, Instagram is not getting our creative elements.
Oh, no, they're
our
just
switching
Well, they're-
or lack
no.
of switching.
They didn't get the video intro.
They're not even
They didn't.
getting you.
No, they're not.
No.
They're just getting me.
That's correct. They
Exactly.
may not even hear us right now.
So if you're watching on Instagram, go over to Rumble or YouTube. Troy Gramling. We do a live stream every Sunday night. We just have a little bit of fun. We have a soul session. We play a few games and basically just want to create a little bit of community. So thanks for checking in, seeing what's happening. But go to Rumble, YouTube, Troy Gramling.
That's
Oh,
somebody
Mr.
else.
Yes.
Don't go to them.
That's probably isn't there a preacher or a rapper named Troy?
There's Troy Gramling who graduated from Arkansas State University.
I got a cousin. That's the
Come
very
on.
same name that I
You're
do,
the better
but-
looking cousin.
That's right. I'm the younger.
tell you that.
I'm the younger. No, I got a cousin. Hey, he actually. Here's what.
Rumble is live, just in case you were curious.
I heard it there. Here's what my cousin did. Were you at my dad's funeral, Carson?
No.
No, you got sick at the airport.
Yeah, you bring that up.
Carson was
quite
lying
often.
down in the airport, just like,
didn't go to
I
his-
can't make it. But anyways, here's what happened. We went to the grave.
I wish I would have died. I really do.
Here we went to the grave site, and we're all up there. It's a funeral. It's a pretty serious thing, and everybody's being really, really quiet. So my cousin Troy, I can see him. He does backhoe work and that kind of thing, and so he was going to help, with the burial. And so I see him pull in. He's in his pickup truck. He gets out, and you know how you shut the door really quietly? So he shuts the door real quietly. He walks away, and the alarm goes off on his truck. So everybody turns around. It was
Were
great.
you on stage when you were doing that?
Well, it was
Or
at
when
the
or
grave
not
site.
stage, but yeah.
Yeah. It was at
So
the
were you
grave site.
talking?
Yeah, it was at the gravesite. We're just all.
How do you not laugh in that moment?
Well,
I mean,
it's a funeral.
I guess so.
But if you'd have been there, you would have known.
Like I said, I wish I would have died.
But you didn't make it. But anyways, we are glad you guys are here today. Don't forget, if you're on Instagram, we're about to sign off in just a few seconds. So check us out on Rumble and YouTube. All right. Leslie, so you see what Leslie's saying there?
I highlighted it.
You know what skill I offered to him changing his tire?
Huh.
He had, I think he had 5 nuts on his tire.
Uh-huh.
He got 4 of them off, but he couldn't get the other one off, so he stood up and bounced. It was my weight. My weight was able to
break
Come
that.
on.
break it and get it loose. So, and then I talked to him while he changed the tire.
Sometimes though, that's what people need.
Just a
Just
word of
somebody there.
encouragement. Just a word.
Exactly.
Just
the
a
word of the Lord.
Hey, let me ask you guys, how are you doing? If you're, this is the big March Madness time of the year. There are probably some games going on right now.
My bracket started off pretty good. Is Duke? Did they play yet today?
I don't know.
I know they play today. If Duke wins, I have
Well,
at
Duke's
the very
fine.
end Duke playing Florida, and I have Duke winning.
I have Arkansas in the Final Four.
Really? That's a bold. That's a bold move.
Yes.
They're ranked 10, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes. Pastor Matt says he was there. So, yes, Pastor Matt was there. But my own son, Pastor Matt, just couldn't make it. He was sick to his tummy.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Oh man.
You know, Nick, who do you have?
I did not fill one out. My bad.
Giuseppe?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking about college basketball.
You know, man, I'm from Peru. I don't have basketball there.
Oh.
Well, I will say Peru. Maybe he's playing there. No,
Correct.
No,
yeah.
no, yeah. So
No, Peru's a country.
I know. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Maybe my university maybe is playing.
I have Duke, and I have Arkansas in the Final Four, and I have Duke.
It's looking good for you right now.
I have Duke. I think, winning it all.
That's the same team I chose to win it all.
So,
It's not a bad team to pick.
anybody else
it's
out
not.
there in the chat on YouTube or Rumble that picks somebody different than Duke? Or I think I have them playing Tennessee.
Tennessee. I think Tennessee's in my Final Four.
So I had to look.
I don't
They
fully
all
remember.
change players so much today.
Yeah.
See, now's the time to be a college basketball player. They make a lot of money.
That they
Yeah.
do. College sports in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
making money
but
now.
That's true.
anyways,
You didn't make money when you were out there?
I didn't. I got free room.
I mean,
and
that's
board.
something.
I got
Yeah.
free room and board. I got free meals.
Come on.
Okay.
And
You're out here complaining.
I did get some money.
That's more than that.
We had a work study or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but you're supposed to have a job. And my job was to take care of the gym
Ah,
while I was playing
Interesting
basketball.
job.
So
interesting.
anyway, so I got a little bit of money, but not. I didn't get any. We didn't have NIL money.
Correct.
And I wasn't good enough, for.
You aren't making millions.
I wasn't making millions, and I wasn't good enough for somebody to
Maybe hundreds.
under the.
Right. Hey,
Thank-
come over. We'll
yeah.
take care of you.
Yeah, they just. Anyways, I'm sure
Hey yo.
Miriam.
it's good to have you,
Mariam.
Danny says on his
Mariam.
bracket he
Mariam.
has
Daddy?
the Heat winning. Wow, it's such a shame.
I believe it's somewhat it's not masculine to not know what's going on in sports. That's my bold statement that I'm just going to throw out there.
You said if you don't know what's going on in sports, you're not masculine. Is that what you said?
I'm just going to toss that out there. Just let it burn.
See how
let
that
it
goes?
simmer.
Yes.
I feel like every SNL, we just got to throw out a statement that just, you know what I mean? It's like a
We'll-
little
we'll
bomb,
turn it into
little
a
grenade
short
that
later.
you chuck out.
Wow, that's interesting. Giselle, did you pick anybody?
To win?
Yeah.
Duke.
Oh, she picked Duke too.
That's a good choice.
That's a good
So
choice.
Duke is always a safe bet.
Yeah, Duke has won a lot. New coach. Coach
Correct.
K is no longer
yeah.
there. Huh?
Coach K
Is old.
is old.
Against the Florida.
Yeah.
UM?
Doesn't
Oh, yeah,
Florida
I was
have
gonna
like
say.
that 7-9 guy?
Yeah. The I have Florida being in the final game against Duke, but I think Duke
I can't
will take
remember.
it.
I guess I don't know. Because, Arkansas already beat number 2, St. John's. Florida's in the
I had them winning.
Florida. I don't think I put Florida in the end.
No, you got Arkansas.
Yeah, but the top.
It's hard with those teams. So I had to do research because it's hard with those teams that aren't. You tend to go with the teams that are always good.
Yeah.
Florida's not a team that's always good in basketball.
No.
You know, sometimes the team just
You like
has
my
a-
big glasses? Do I
Pastor
look-
Dan
this makes me.
commented back.
You got Florida with Memphis.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Oh
The
yes.
shoe fits.
I had Memphis doing well.
Walks like a duck, talks like a duck.
Memphis, according to you, is going to win. And then Arkansas is going to win Texas Tech.
Arkansas.
That's
I gotta go with the hometown teams. I'll bet. I don't know if Brad's on here because he's moving, but I bet I have Arkansas going further than Brad does.
You do. I know that. I can confirm that.
I do.
Yes.
Yes. See, he's not a true fan. Pig suey.
He's not a true Arkansanian.
Arkansian. Arkansian. I was a Duke fan growing up. Yeah,
a bald-
Pastor Matt's a North Carolina guy.
Yeah. That may cause some.
Oh, Duke. Yeah, but I mean,
He said that he's appalled.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a strong word.
It is.
I'm not sure what it means, but
I think he misspelled it.
Me neither.
oh, there's Brad. He is watching. Brad, I'm disappointed. There's not that many Arkansans in South Florida.
Nope.
But anyways, hey guys, we are glad you're here. Our goal is to build a sense of community. You know what? We're getting close to. It's been a year since the book came out.
Wow.
Wow. Do you think Ross has read it yet?
Nope.
Yeah, not a chance.
But anyways, if you haven't picked up a copy,
Although, for the first time, he said he read it. You asked him at staff
Yeah.
meeting. He
He
said
did,
yes.
He did. It's so weird on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have ever written a book, but on Amazon, like I noticed it went back because I think originally it was what, $16 or something like that,
Something like that, yeah.
and it went down to like
It had a sale.
$2 or $3. Then it
Fire
went,
sale
Then
is
it
what
went
they
back
call
up,
those.
but then it went back up to $12.
Oh.
And then now and at $12 you could buy as many as you wanted. But it's down now, I think, like to $5 for something. And you can only buy 4. But it's only $4. And if you want to make a difference for me,
$4. I mean, that's
you could
that's
go
a
on and buy
steal.
4 for $16, the original price.
and it's guaranteed after reading that book, you're going to make millions.
drive it up.
Guaranteed.
Drive it up the
Darn
list.
hit.
All the money goes to the student. You know what? I'm not going to talk about my publisher, but anyways, it's an interesting process. I am working on another book.
Oh, come
So-
on. Come on.
Can we get a little sample?
Well, I'm
Something?
going to tell you what I started, and then I'm like, I was going to talk about parenting.
Okay.
That's good.
You know, I mean,
Good parent.
You guys are older now, and you know when they're young, when your kids are young, even if they're doing good, you're like, yeah, but
Just
they
in
could
case.
screw
yeah.
up. You
Yeah,
know?
you never know.
Right. We're
Now-
not on drugs currently.
Yeah. So now
There's
if you
still a chance, though.
Yeah, but then it's on them.
That's absolutely.
Exactly.
It's their decision.
It had nothing to do
Their
with you at
parents
that point.
You screw up now, I'm not taking any of the blame. I'm not taking any of the blame. So I was going to do that, but I thought that's, such a limited audience. So something that's always been on my mind. Years ago, I did a series on the whole book of Philippians. And because, Philippians is known as the book of joy or happiness, rejoice in the Lord. And again, I say rejoice, don't worry about anything, pray about everything, tell God what you need, thank Him for what He's done, and He'll give you peace. But like, how do you be happy? Is happiness a thing? Because, growing up, I always heard there's joy and there's happiness, right? But really, when you look at the words that are used in the Bible, there's no difference in those words. You know what I'm saying? Like joy lasts, it's one of those things that preaches good,
Yeah.
but
It's not true. It's like a good illustration.
the words are the same.
Yeah.
They're very, very similar. So is it possible to be happy? Or what does happiness mean? What does happiness look like?
I'd buy it.
How do you be happy?
too.
So I'm working on that. And then for those of you who happen to be watching, just because we're talking about stuff, this weekend is going to be a Memorial Weekend.
I know.
What are we?
She's already getting her handkerchief out. This weekend is a new series called The Death
Of a preacher.
of a Preacher.
Yeah.
And Amber has been working on the obituary and the video to show.
What about your will? Have we worked on that? Have we started that process?
Let's start with that.
Sadly,
I saw you writing with a pen the other day that I could really use to my
sadly,
collection.
that's not going to take very long. That's unless between now and then, if your mom hits it big in the stock market, then maybe you can do well. What do you think, Steph? You gonna make it happen?
She could share the secret.
You know what? I've given
it.
up on being a millionaire. I'm putting all my money on her.
There you go.
So we'll see. If not, it's her fault.
That you're not.
But we're not millionaire. Yes, yes. Anyways, hey guys, we are glad you are here. And one of the things that we like to do is we like to talk about what's happening in the world and just kind of give a perspective from our perspective, a pastor's perspective, I guess you could say, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
I mean,
y'all
you
looking at
could.
me?
You're a
Y'all-
pastor. We're trying to not mess up the cue.
Yeah,
so I'm waiting.
exactly. I'm trying to wait for the cue.
We call it tea with tea. Woo! All right.
Let's
go. What is going on in the world?
All right, let me tell you what's going on in the world. First off, Red Bull does a soapbox race. I don't know if you knew this.
I did not.
They just recently did one. But who wants to see people go safely down a hill in a soapbox? You know what people want to see? Do you know why they pay thousands of dollars to go to the event?
They pay thousands of dollars to go to the event?
I'm sure someone did. Do you know why they do it?
Well, I don't know what a soapbox is.
A soapbox. You never did a soapbox race when you were a kid? No. That little, like you build your own little race car made out of like wood, and you go down a hill.
So it has
you
no
done it?
motor. Does have
No motor.
Have you done it?
Tons. I still do every Tuesday.
Just
no-
of you. They got a group that gets together.
Exactly.
No
it's
motor.
a connect group.
No motor.
No motor.
All right, just a
Other
hill.
than your legs
Just
and
a
the
hill.
hill.
Yeah. All right.
Correct. People go because they want to see them crash.
All right.
So I have the 10 best crashes from Red Bull's soapbox race. Would you like to?
I'd like to
watch?
see it. The 10
The
best
kicker!
crashes.
Over they go!
Whoa.
The finish!
Oh! Was that Darth Vader?
It may have been.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is
2019.
2019.
Well, unfortunately, the ones from the most previous year were not that intense. So I was like, that's not what the people want to see.
They want to see the
Mighty,
crash.
magnificent.
So I guess you got to dress up.
Correct. Yeah, I think it's a German thing. Pastor Matt would know more.
Let's see whether
They're big into dressing.
Oh, look at this.
Maybe we should do it for this series. Oh. We have him go down the hill in a casket.
No. What we should do a series called Soapbox.
That's not bad.
There you go.
And then do a big soapbox race with
Yeah.
it.
Over
I would
Vista
build a
View.
soapbox.
There
I
are
would
no
as
hills
well.
in South Florida, though.
Vista View.
Oh,
Although
okay.
that hill is
Steep.
that's another level. I mean,
We'll be cooking.
you're going 80 in that thing.
What do you guys think? A soapbox race?
Yeah, we'll go to the old
Send down
landfill.
an urn.
Get your own team. Hey, we could charge people to enter and make money.
There we go.
you go.
We're all about that. All right.
All right, let's
this
see it.
one can fly through the water feature. Oh!
Wheel
no!
just caved in.
Spectacular!
I mean, how much
It's a
time did they
nosedive!
spend?
Mighty, magnificent men face.
The guy in the back definitely got it worse.
But they spent all that money and all that time to build that, and it lasted for 5 seconds.
I know.
Just 15 feet down
Truly
the hill,
tragic.
and it was done.
Wow.
First at Ali Pally. That's the point they know.
I mean, look at that guy in the
We're
back.
not going any
They should have put
further.
more money into the suspension.
Too fast to be furious.
Oh, they got a little dance.
Too fast to be
And they're nice and quick through there.
Oh,
I lost the
control.
spoiler.
And the
They
wheels
are
pose no
clunky.
problem either. Now we pick up the speed. 33. This is a
33 miles
really
an
good
hour.
run. Big smile on the face of the camera. There's the kicker. Really spectacular.
Oh, they made
Over the
it.
finish
Okay,
line.
we-
And
oh,
it's
we
the straw
got
at the
it.
end. That's what they're there for, folks.
Wow.
Okay. Me and Pastor Nick's weight together. I think we might hit 50.
50, 55. Easy.
I don't think you'd make it over this jump, though.
No.
I think we'd go about 25 feet in the
Just
air.
look at the height.
We'd be like that right there.
Over the kicker to finish.
They had a good car.
Spectacular.
They did.
Tetley, Bulldog,
I bet they won.
and the Yorkshiremen.
Bulldog
And they're really rattling down the track here as well. Over the bone rattler, that was good.
The bone rattler.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the speed now then. 30.
30 miles
That's
an hour.
right up there with the fastest today. Here's the kicker. Oh, over they go. I thought they might just flip it there, but they did so well. 38, 40.
Oh.
That
and then
seems
Ronnie
the one
goes
that's
flying
tough to get
past Joe
around.
as they thump
I think
into
it's
the
the
bales.
finish.
The rest of the team smile
I think
and
that's how they
celebrate.
stop him.
And
Really?
look
I
at
think
this,
so.
how spectacular this was.
Yeah.
Brilliant
That's
run.
the end of the
Tetley,
race.
Bulldog,
That's,
and
how,
the
opening on the
that's how it
left.
ends.
The vegan racer.
The vegan. Oh, gosh. Skip them.
I hope they
Hold on. No.
Here's the
Actually, I know
They
exactly
may
what
get
you
wrecked. And that would be best case. We love our vegans.
wedge. Oh, all right so far.
It looks like a hot dog.
It does.
It's more
So
speed.
why do they call 'em
Gotta
vegan?
get more
Did
speed.
What?
Carrot.
Oh, it's a carrot.
Is it?
Okay.
19.
That's really slow.
Yeah, he's going so
Oh,
slow.
it's
Oh!
He tried
He didn't
to.
even get to finish.
Oh, his
He's
head's
tripped
the,
over
his
his
head is
sausage
the
and he's
green
gone.
thing. See?
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows. Look at his
He's a
face. He
carrot.
knows.
See, he
Oh,
tried to
God.
throw.
They may have used like
He's
a
trying to throw
hot
some
dog inflatable.
vegetables
Though.
away. He went
See, look, he's
crashing
trying to
into the
throw
barrel.
stuff, and I do still think that's a hot
Hannah and
dog.
Barbera's mean machine.
Hanna-Barbera. You know
Really
who that
picking up
is?
some speed now. Are they out?
I don't.
I don't know.
You don't know who Hanna-Barbera is? You
It
don't know
said
who they
Hannah and Barbara.
are? Hannah.
It
And
said
Barbara.
Hannah and Barbara.
Well, I don't know what I said, but do you know who they are?
No.
They're the most famous cartoon creators of all time.
Interesting.
Did not know that.
Giselle.
Yeah, they made Fred and Fred Flintstone. They made Jetsons.
Ah.
They made all these. The ones you see right here.
Absolutely flew that.
Oh, wow, they're
34.
moving.
That's the
34.
fastest we've seen today. Now, what kind of time can they post?
Oh,
look at that for air.
they hit
Over
that
the
ground
finish
hard.
line. Oh! Crashes into the bale.
Actually, that may not be the
so
finish.
much speed.
There's an opening to the left
Look
of it.
how far they travelled through the air over the kicker.
Wow.
Muckley knows he's
That
on his
had to
way out
hurt,
at this
yeah,
stage.
on that
They've got no
landing.
chance of stopping it. Bang! Oh. Wow. What a run.
Wow. Wow. That looks
So the
impressive.
She Vengers.
Ah, here we go.
The
Here
She-Vengers.
they go.
There's something that everyone is hoping is going to happen right now. Yeah. We won't mention it.
Go towards the water. Over the water. Oh, spun it. Look at that.
Yep. Women drivers.
They've lost most of it.
Hey, Steph, did you see that? Did you see that, Steph?
Spun all the way
That's the
around.
usual.
Oh, man.
Wheels and the axles couldn't handle the landing.
She closed her eyes.
Nothing that Hannah can do to keep
They
it in
look
the straight
scared to
line.
death. They were going fast.
The next team today pushing the pineapple.
Pushing the pineapple.
Pushing the pineapple is on the way.
Oh, my gosh.
Missed it. Well, somehow they're still going.
Oh, he missed that one.
just
I think he's trying to
avoiding
miss
the
it on
ramps.
purpose. They're not going to bother with that. Oh, he nearly tipped it again. Here's the kicker.
Oh.
Two wheels. There we go. Oh, he's gone towards the bales and kept it going. Well, that's one of the stranger
lost
runs
speed.
I've seen.
Is that a banana?
There go the
pineapple.
poor old castles.
Well, it looks like a banana.
does
The
look like a
kicker.
banana
That takes
inside.
some bravery, by the way,
Oh.
to do that.
Maybe that's a dessert.
The flare.
Oh, here we go. The 70s.
The Flarets.
The
the
first
flarettes.
obstacle will be the water feature.
That's a cool looking.
Big splash! Oh, we've lost a lot
It's a what?
The disco
Never
ball
mind.
in pieces.
No, he didn't
Spectacular
spend much.
through the
He
water
didn't
jump, but
spend
this is where
much.
it all
He's got a
started to fall
go-kart with styrofoam around it. I think that's
Bothered.
cheating.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
They are the
How many
world.
more do we have?
We nearly lost.
Let's get down to the end.
Rock out
Let's
three
just see how
wheels
it
in a
ends.
minute.
Oh, the
Here's the
pickle.
bone rattler. This should finish that.
Oh!
Catapults it through.
They had to get some whiplash.
Almost a 360 in the
Whoa.
air. The back went past
That
the
was a
front.
quick stop.
Backflip.
Oh, look at that from the
Oh, that's weird.
He was
Really
up
good.
at sea.
That's a
There's
weird
another
camera
shot
angle.
of the back end completely flipping round.
Wow.
Leaded really well to stay in because he's
It would have
the
been
co-pilot.
impressive if
We're
they
so
would have finished
easily
it up.
But that's
entertained.
it for Rocket
We
to
truly are.
There we go.
That was.
Which was your favorite one?
I liked watching the vegans crash.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Susan says so much for the disco.
Yeah.
I definitely liked watching the vegans crash
Carson.
for sure. But on another
Hannah
note,
and Barbara. That one was
I've got
pretty
two
good, too.
more stories for you.
All right. Let's
Okay?
see what you got.
First off, Snow White just came out.
Yeah.
And it has been a box office disaster.
How many people have seen? Anybody seen Snow White? Do we have any reviews in the chat on Snow White? 43 million. Robert De Niro's mob drama.
I think that's a separate story.
Oh, sounds
know
like
what
neither
that
one.
is.
The movie theaters are incredibly hurting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's the last movie you went to?
Captain America, the
Same.
Brave New World.
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
What'd you see, Giuseppe?
Probably something.
You can
someone of my
switch when you're
kids.
switch on you
Oh
when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking.
but even I'm not there.
It's just
So-
You can come
Why?
in, man.
Well, I can
Squeeze
I can
in
come,
here.
All right, I can squeeze a little bit.
yeah,
I think it was a movie for my kids. It's been a while that I went to the movie theater just to watch a movie that I like. Yeah, and
Carson?
some parents and stuff.
Same, Captain America, the
Oh, did
newest
you?
one.
Was it good?
I thought
It was.
I thought it was not
Yeah,
bad.
it was
A lot of people said
solid.
they didn't like it, but I thought it was not bad.
You know, on the internet, you got to not like it to get clicks.
100%.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, think of how many clicks say it was a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, Snow White. I guess that seems to be there's a lot of people that aren't big on the Miss Snow White. What's
the
her name?
actress? I don't know.
It says Snow White may be the fairest of them all, with a leading $43 million in its domestic box office, but Disney's latest live-action remake is off to a sleepy start. Overseas, Snow White also opened slightly behind projections with $44 million for a global launch of $87 million heading into the weekend. The film is estimated to collect $100 million globally. It arrived in theaters. Complaints about changes to the nearly 100-year-old story and calls for boycotts because co-stars Rachel Ziegler and Gal Gadot's public stances on the Israel-Hamas war. Everything is so political.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go watch Snow White because of their political stand. And they're probably opposite stances. Because the one lady, I think, is Jewish. And then the other lady, I think, is talks a lot about Hamas. So it's Disney, as a result, scaled back the movie's Los Angeles premieres. Isn't that sad? Yeah. Just because of politics, they scaled back the.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be negative.
I agree with Pastor Leslie's comment. She says it feels like everything in the theaters is a remake.
It does do that. But, hey, there's a new Jurassic Park coming out.
I saw that.
Is that a remake?
No, it's a continuation, I believe.
Continuation.
But yeah,
It's
no,
just
I said this, I think the last time we talked about movies. I want some new stuff. I want new ideas, new
You don't want another
creations.
Transformer?
No, I don't. Like,
How about another Star Wars?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want
Fast and Furious?
something. I want something new. And to be fair, some new movies have come out.
Yeah.
And they're good. But, like, it just feels like everything is a remake.
All the big movies
right.
are either remakes or what do you call it? Like
I was
when it continues,
sequel?
like sequel or prequel.
I was thinking this the other day. When was the last time you saw a Jason Statham movie that felt different than the previous one he made?
I think all those movies feel the same.
Absolutely.
I mean, all those action movies are like, there's criminals in the world. And they have
His role's always like he's this special ops, like ex special ops.
Yes.
And
Retired.
he's killing a group of people that did wrong.
What's the guy that does the hand judo stuff, like the up close stuff?
Aikido?
Aikido. What's his Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
Steven Seagal.
He's gotten so big that his movies, all he does is sit.
Yeah.
And he acts like a mob boss. I saw on YouTube. He's like, "Hey, go," how he talks. And anyways, Steven Seagal.
Yeah. The GOAT.
Who's the newest action guy? Young. You guys know in the chat?
Ryan Gosling has
the Beekeeper.
recently done a couple. Yeah, the Beekeeper. And he has, that's Jason Statham. He has another one that's coming out or that came out already that feels the exact same as the Beekeeper.
Maybe
I don't
the
know if
Wasp
this
Collector?
counts, but like Miles Teller was in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Is the lead guy, and then he was in The Gorge, the new Apple movie, as the lead guy.
He's like a fighter.
Yeah. He's
Special
done a couple,
Forces.
couple action.
So
But yeah, Ryan Gosling has recently done a couple,
he's old though, isn't he?
maybe early 40s.
Yeah,
maybe?
that's old. That's old. All right, what
He'll be
else you
in the
got?
next
You said you had one more.
Expendables.
I do have one more. This is a cool story. I'm excited about this one.
Steven Seagal. Kentucky students chalk entire Gospel of John across the university in campus trend. That's interesting.
Yeah, so you can see here the picture of it.
Oh,
It's actually
wow.
well done.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Wow. I'm surprised they haven't gotten in trouble. Let's read the article and see if they did. Can you make it a little bigger? Western Kentucky. It's Western Kentucky. Shared their faith in an unconventional way during the final week before spring break. Around 70 students huddled over the campus sidewalk on the night of March the 10th with the goal of writing the entire Gospel of John, 879 verses, across their public university campus. The project spearheaded by the Baptist Campus Ministry, the BCM. Did you go to, well, have either one of y'all been a part of the, one of the first
We didn't
times.
go to college.
One of the first times I spoke.
Hey man, we went.
You're right. You're right.
One of the
We
first,
didn't finish.
One of the first times I spoke at it wasn't called BCM then, it was called Baptist Student Union, BSU. The lady that ran it,
BSU.
yeah, it met at lunch. Yeah, it wasn't
Is
guys
that
wore your-
similar to?
it wasn't like there were a lot of people there.
Did you wear cloaks?
BCC?
And
No. It was it was just students after lunch, and they have like a little devotional and somebody sing and something.
I
like
did
that.
go to something like that as a youth pastor for a high schooler. They have First Priority.
Yeah.
He invited us to go, and the lady who led it, we were just going to go. He told us, "Hey, just come, hang out. You're going to talk, hang out with the students." So we were just going to hang out, and the lady comes up, "Hey, so in about 5 minutes, I'm going to get started. I'm going to invite you up. You'll give about a 15-minute teaching, and then end with a salvation call." Awesome.
In that moment, he went immediately out to the hall to go prep.
Really, just to pray. At that point, I didn't even have time to prep. Lord,
So how'd it go?
Incredible.
I don't know if anyone got saved.
6 salvations.
But First Priority does. I mean, they've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was.
Yeah,
to
they've
be
been
fair,
for
there was
a
a
while.
decent amount of kids.
Yeah.
there.
That's good. That's good. Anyway, that's pretty neat. Interesting ways to do.
I think we're
going
gonna steal this idea. for
Are ya?
youth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to create chalk
Kits.
kits that we give out to the students one weekend, and encourage them write your favorite verse on your school.
sidewalk.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
No, that's pretty neat. That's pretty
tag
neat.
potential
And then we
church.
got a lot of colleges around here too.
Yeah.
That we do.
All college.
Yeah.
UM,
we do have-
BCC.
Yeah. We can write on our own sidewalk. We can write on our
No,
own
but I forgot they're
sidewalk.
not a community college. No one get offended.
Hey, we can write on our own sidewalk.
We
Yeah.
can.
Centurion University.
That's very true. Very true.
So, anyways, it is time. We always like to, have a little bit of fun. And which game do we want to play? We got 2 games, and we need your help in the chat to make this work. Will's on his way to Orlando.
Yeah, his replacement never
Never showed up.
showed.
No,
Hey,
nor did
just-
he tell us that his replacement was never going to
But
show.
anyways,
But-
what's the first one?
all right, the first one is a new one.
So we need your help in the chat.
All right, so this game is called Connections.
Hey.
All right. The way this works is there's going to be a bunch of words here. We have to make 4 groups of 4. The grouping should have a similar theme.
All right.
So, what word do you want to start with?
I want to start with airplane.
Okay.
Airplane. What words there fit in that category?
Fly.
Fly. Are rivets on airplanes?
They can be.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Rivet.
But is it got to make a...
We only have 4 tries.
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to tell us if we got it right or wrong?
I
Yep.
assume.
Have we messed up yet?
No. It's like once we hit submit.
Stop.
Oh, so we're trying to figure out what they think.
Mac.
Entrance, maybe.
Yeah, or I don't know. Stop maybe.
Mac airplane.
Bottoms.
Never.
Mac truck.
Mac truck.
I know, but Mac airplane, right?
Suzanne says rivet. She's a pilot.
Do they absorb some type of
There's pockets in the back of the seat.
Air pockets.
Airplanes stop.
Airplane
A
has,
lot of them have been stopping lately in the sky.
and they have bottoms.
point they stop? They have bottoms.
Yeah.
And you get into the
I
entrance.
think pocket.
Pocket.
Let's give it a try.
Wrong.
How do we know which one's wrong?
We don't.
We don't.
It's a surprise.
All right, so let's undo them all.
Maybe we should try another one
So-
and work our way back.
Let's do buttons, rivet, pocket.
Ah, that's good. And back, because that's where they are.
Are we sure about this?
No.
Let's let it fly.
Oh, we only got 2 left. We're not very good at this game.
No, we are not.
Oh, fairy. She said things that fly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, very.
Airplane, fly,
Well, what else? Is anything else fly?
grab,
Smart fly, grab, back, pocket.
stop.
Buttons fly. Oh, buttons fly. Fly, button fly.
I don't even know what you're
Butterfly.
saying right now.
It's a new word.
It's instead of a zipper, they have buttons.
But I don't fly.
We're sure there's not a Mac airplane, right?
Button fly.
Pastor Leslie says Mac buttons back black.
Okay. Oh, Mary, Mac, with buttons all over, and down her
Don't
back.
think that
back,
that's how
back.
it goes.
I don't think that's how it goes either, but
It is how it
I
goes.
trust Pastor Leslie.
Mary.
Mac,
Hey!
Justin, black,
I knew it.
buttons on her.
So airplane.
All right. See, O'Dallas, I know. O'Dallas. Tisk, tisk, tisk. All right, we got
one.
one.
Airplane fly.
Hospital
All right,
has wings. Oh. Wait.
Oh yeah, things with
Things with wings. Fairy.
Airplane.
fly though. Oh, a fly.
Hospital.
And fly.
And
What's a
fly.
ho-
like a
like a
friggin-
like
Yeah,
a butt.
yeah.
Hospital's got wings?
Yeah, hospital
Oh,
wings.
like hospital wings.
I mean, I said that like I came up with it.
We can try.
Who came up with it?
Valerie is definitely the one who said it.
All right, let's see.
Let it fly.
Yes!
Things with wings.
All right. Pocket.
Pocket.
Entrance.
Stop.
Ooh, I'm stuck on
Entrance.
this one. Entrance, okay.
Stop.
Like signs.
Well, what is the other side?
What's an entrance stop?
Oh, but the rest just throw me off.
All right, we know the answer, but we want to make sure the chat's included.
Yeah, 100%. Because we only got 2 guesses left.
We need this win.
Grab,
Grab.
pocket, wrist, smart, stop, rivet. Watches. Pocket watch, wrist watch,
Oh.
smart watch,
What?
stopwatch.
Come on.
Way to go!
Let's go.
What do you think this is, though?
Grab, entrance, absorb, rivet. Things. Grab pocket.
Things with vocals.
We'll find out.
Okay, that's it.
Captivate. What?
Oh, grab your attention.
Oh,
That's
okay.
riveting.
Wow, that would be a hard one.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
We never would have gotten
Yeah.
that, so it's
Not
good
at
we
all.
left that for the end.
Wow, you guys.
Solid. We got a solid.
Well, I think the chat did that.
You're right.
one.
You're right. Chet, solid.
Way to go,
Y'all
chat.
helped.
You guys are the real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Now it is time. Hey, there's no way we can beat last. Pastor Matt wasn't it Pastor Matt?
Yep.
In
On
like
the second,
two. Yeah.
second chance.
try.
This is our.
Let's get it in the
How many
first.
episodes have we had? Like 100,
At least.
and we've yet to fail.
Yet to fail so far.
So, Sammy's really kind of left us. You know, she was
Yeah.
our wordle leader, and
Ross
Says a lot
that's
about
one of your
life.
that's one of your relatives.
It says a lot about life.
That's one of your relatives. You need
People
to
are
talk
with
to
you
her.
until they're not.
He doesn't want to.
All right, we need a 4-letter word, a 5-letter word. Basketball. Mike is good at those games, Amber says.
I just went for it.
Oh.
Hey, I got a letter.
Wow. And in the right spot.
Yeah.
Quiet. Toilet? No.
Toilet.
Come on, Giuseppe. Do something.
Man, I barely speak English, man. I have to learn more words.
Oh, me. Alive. No, there's no I. Audio. No, there's no I.
So
Never.
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 All right.
Never,
That's a
ever,
good one.
Ever. Getting back together.
Oh, I was hoping. Oh, wow.
Come on, Chris.
That
Duvet.
hurts, Chris.
Duvet, but no T.
No you
Or
either.
you.
Chris, that hurts.
Or V.
That hurts.
It's just not the word at all.
That's got to be the worst second guess we've ever had.
Come on, Chris.
Chris, give us another. Make up for it, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now it's any. There's
Heard?
I, you. So it has to be with A and
No,
O.
because no R.
Eagle.
Yeah,
Oh, there's no.
there's no other E.
Chris says, whoa.
He's a little behind.
It's not whoa.
Come on, chat.
We need some help, chat. I mean, we know the answer.
Yeah.
What?
We just want to.
No N.
Honey?
Honey.
Yeah, no, and no. Yeah.
No N.
Come on, Derek.
Yeah.
You've played this before.
It's not ER, so what could it be?
E.
Feet.
Feets? No. T.
Meats.
Is that a word?
Mosey? Like mosey around? Is that how you spell it?
I don't know.
MOSEY.
I think it is.
It's at least it's letters we haven't used.
Hey! Come on.
Oh, money.
No, Connie,
Oh, capes.
Nope.
Connie.
Cops. COPE. Copy.
Copy.
Mosey. Phone.
Mosey?
It's got.
No S.
Could it be an L? Foley.
Foley?
Foley.
Folly? Would it be? No, Foley.
Maybe Folly.
Folly is LLY.
Right,
no,
but
yeah.
Foley, Moley, no, not Moley, Coley,
Joe. No.
Bowel, no, it's Bowley, Bowel,
Jose?
Boney?
Boney, BONE,
No N.
no N,
Um,
folk,
It could be
Dopey? It could be Dopey.
Yeah.
In honor of Snow White.
Yeah.
And Susie.
Of course. You think they did that on purpose?
good job. Derek had Dopey.
You think they did
Oh,
that
Susie
on
had Dopey too. Yeah, they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
because
Try and help out Snow White because they're doing
did.
so bad.
They did. Good job. Hey, we won at both of them.
Come on.
This must be
Yeah.
our best night.
Let's go.
I would say this is the
should play
this
the
is
lottery.
somebody.
I
It's
was
the
just about to
smartest.
say the same thing.
It's the smartest chat we have.
Yeah,
had. I
absolutely
just gotta say that
Yeah.
to the chat. We have had some dumb chats. Or maybe it's just Giuseppe being here.
Probably, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, just
We got
to-
chat highlights because of them.
yes, yeah. I've seen you do it at least twice.
Amen.
Hey, you want it again? Look at this,
Susie.
right? Boom. There it is.
Come on.
There it is.
There it is. The guys will highlight your chat if you say something cool,
Entertaining.
entertaining,
Yeah.
or wise.
Flying planes and solving puzzles.
That's it. That's it. All right, it is time.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, you know.
We got producers and directors today.
There you go.
All right, are we ready?
It is time for Soul.
Oh.
That's low.
You know what? These are like my old people glasses.
I think they look great.
Or do I look like
Yeah.
Elvis?
Look great.
No, they're trendy.
Clark Kent.
you look like
nothing
Jeffrey
but a
Dahmer. Great American hero.
You know, he ate people.
I know.
I don't think that's funny. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the church for just a minute. Because I think a lot of times when it comes to church, people think of a lot of things. They think good things. I think a lot of negative things in this world. But I wanted to talk about the power of the church when it comes to community and the importance. I've said, Nancy Beach said a long time ago, she used to be like creative director at a large church in Chicago. And she said, one is too small a number for greatness. And that has always stuck with me. And I think we underestimate the importance of community and the impact that the church, right? And when I say the church, I'm talking about the gathering of the people locally, right? The local church. Because the universal church, the sense that everybody who's a believer or a Christ follower can't do the things that I'm going to mention. And I think it's important for us to highlight the church. And there's this one scripture that often gets read, and I will read it in Hebrews, at what the church does when it comes to community. It says, discover creative ways to encourage others and to motivate them towards the acts of compassion, doing beautiful works as expressions of love. This is not the time to pull away and neglect meeting together, as some have formed the habit in doing. I think that's especially true, don't you guys, in 2025?
Absolutely.
That the habit of being a part of a community, the commitment, the sacrifice. It says, in fact, we should come together even more frequently, eager to encourage and urge each other onward as we anticipate that day. And we've kind of done that with more opportunities for people to gather, whether it's a study of a book study or a study of scripture or Wednesday night, all these opportunities to gather, not so we feel spiritual, but there's a sense of community. So I was thinking in my own life, my mom, I got two brothers, and my mom would take us to church when we were little. And I was thinking of the value that the church has played, the gathering, God's people, the local gathering. We went to Calvary Baptist Church growing up, and we could walk to church. We were close. And I was thinking about the things that I saw in my own life, and then everybody's story would be different. But is my dad didn't go to church, and my mom had 3 kids. We were all very close. We're just a year apart, like we all played on the high school basketball team together. And my mom would take us, and she volunteered. She used to do the bulletin. Do you guys know what a bulletin is?
Yeah.
It's kind of folded, like a flyer.
Yeah.
And she would type it up on an electric typewriter, because this is, I was a kid. This was before computers. Then she would go to the church, and a lot of times we would walk with it. What?
What did an electric typewriter look like?
You have to Google it.
I'm just curious. I like heard of like the regular typewriter. Jess's parents have one, but an electric one. Interesting.
You plug it in. It types easier.
Okay.
And you type it, and you could hit. It had little white. It had black, and then it had white. So if you made a mistake, you could hit the mistake key, and it would cover it up. Like it would do a P in black, and then if you had the white, it would put a white P over the black P, and then you could.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the fancy ones. Old style was called this stuff called whiteout. It looked like nail polish.
Yeah, I had to
still
use
have
that back
those.
in the day.
Okay. So, anyways, my mom would type it up, and then she would take it to church, and we had this machine that you would wind like this, and it had purple ink in it. It's called a mimeograph machine, and she would do like this, and it would print, and
More copies of it.
yeah, a bunch of copies, and then she'd bring them home, and we would fold them. So, again, that community impacted her. It helped her with those 3 kids, even though my dad, was always working, and he didn't go to church with her, with us or with her. And then we had a flood, and everybody gathered. The preacher had like a little hill. It wasn't a big hill, it was a little hill. So his house was like 6 inches above the flood. And everybody gathered, not everybody, but a bunch of people from the church gathered over there during the flood. Then I remember when I was in high school, and all of my close friends were a part of the church, because at the youth group, it didn't matter if you per se won or lost, all those kind of things. You didn't feel that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
And I was in the youth choir, even though I can't sing, just because I wanted to hang out with my friends. We had this. Think about this: how when that verse says how often to get together, we had Sunday school, is what we called it, kind of small groups. Then we had church. Then I'd go home and I usually watch like NBA basketball because it come on Sunday afternoon. Then we had choir practice at 4. We had training union, which is another small group, at 5, and then we would have church at 6.
Come on.
That was on Sunday. Then on Wednesday night, we would have church, right? So we did a lot of, but the good thing was, again, just the connecting.
Right.
I was thinking about that. And I think, the church is where I've sensed, per se, my calling, or what, I had planned on being a coach and all of that, but when we volunteered to do youth and we experienced our calling. And then when I had encephalitis, which is a pretty serious disease, I was thinking, like, Steph was by herself when I had encephalitis, when I had stents put into my heart, or even when I had COVID more recently, the gathering around her, it wasn't just work friends, nothing wrong with friends at work, nothing wrong with other organizations, but there's nothing like the church. That's why the church, I think, it creates incredible close community. And as a result, sometimes that means people get hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's like family. Nobody can hurt you like your family.
Right.
And nobody cares about you like your family. And I think the church is a lot like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get hurt in their family, and it's like, I'll never get married, and I think sometimes the same thing happens within the church. But you guys grew up in the church, right?
Yeah, we did.
Around friends and relationships. Met your wife here. We were giving Will a hard time, but he met his fiance here.
Yeah. As did Pastor Nick.
Yeah.
As did Pastor Nick. And then even like just recently when Bailey was having her baby and she was in the ICU, who surrounded us, who encouraged us, who prayed for her, it was the church. And I think it's important to remember that, and so I just want to encourage you, if you're listening or happen to be watching today, to give it, to take the risk and give it a try. And don't make it just something that you sit and you watch. That's great to investigate claims, to hear God's word, but God's word was meant to be applied in community.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like doing life together. When young people build real strong, when they're involved and they're engaged, it makes a big difference. And it made a big difference in my life. I wonder often how my life would be different if I wouldn't have went to choir practice. And if my mom wouldn't have, on Wednesday night, it's like, sometimes we'd have a rain. Back in the day, they didn't play baseball on Wednesday night unless it was rain out, and it's like those hard decisions along the way that were so important in the moment. But I'm so glad that my mom made the right ones when I was young, and that has allowed me to make the right ones as an adult, because there is a group of people that no matter what happened, that I really think I could count on. Now, along the way, there's been lots of times people have hurt me, people you love. But at the end of the day, I think Steph and I's relationship, I think parenting, I think financial, I think all those things have been enhanced because of the church, because of the gathering of imperfect people, but people who are honest and vulnerable and pursuing God. And the saddest thing for me is how easy it is to drift. Every weekend I talk to somebody who will say, I used to come like 10 years ago and then I drifted away. And, life is difficult, and it's really difficult to do alone.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to drift away. When I was years ago, when I was the young adult pastor, and Hal was our executive pastor, and he always liked, if he was going to do a job interview, he liked to get them out of the office and do something, see who they really were,
Right.
and
get a trip out of it.
Yeah. Well, he was interviewing Sammy Waller, and he said, let's rent a boat and go boating, go fishing out in the ocean. So it was a little like speedboat kind of thing. So we go out there, and then he decides to jump
A wave?
in the water. We're just, we're, I don't know, 1,000 feet away from the shore where the strong current is.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're in the water, me and him, and Sammy's in the boat, and the boat's getting further and further away. No, the boat was anchored.
Okay.
We jumped in. He jumped in, and he started being pulled away from the boat. And then I jumped in, and I started getting pulled away from the boat. And Sammy, who was being interviewed for the job, couldn't get the anchor untied.
Did he get the job?
He did get the job. Oh. But he's not here today. He's a good guy. But so Hal's like, I'll get it. I'll swim to the boat. So he throws me his life jacket. And he takes off swimming. And he doesn't, he's not making any. And he's, throw me my jacket back. It's like, my asthma's bothering me.
It's asthma.
So I had to swim to the boat because I was younger at the time. And I got to the boat. And instead of undoing the anchor, it was stuck in the ground. What I did is I untied the anchor from the boat, tied it around a milk jug that was in the boat, threw it in the water, went and picked up Hal, and then went back and got
the anchor.
The anchor.
Smart man.
But I think that happens to a lot of people. They jump into something and it carries them away a lot faster than they ever thought it would.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sometimes it's evil stuff, it can be clubbing or drinking, but sometimes it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Sports can carry you away, whether you're watching them on ESPN and it become, how many folks drift away because they have to watch certain sports events or programs, or even social media can carry you away because it can make you negative about people, about.
Speaking of that, I think that oftentimes it's other callings that pull them away because we allow it to. It's for example, family, something we're called to. I think one of the challenges is when God's called us to multiple things, a church, a career, a family, we feel like we have to make all of them work together, when in reality, it's a trust that God has called me to these things. He will make it work out in the end. And I think sometimes that's difficult for people, They have a new kid, they get married, and then all of a sudden it's like,
they get engaged.
I don't have time to be at church. But it's like, I don't have time to be at church anymore because I've got to make my family. And it's really easy to justify that in anyone's head, But I've always tried to remind myself that whatever God's called me to, He'll be faithful in those areas. He hasn't called me to something to then give up on that.
Well, and you think they tend to work together. The picnic that you miss, right? Maybe you miss the picnic to go to church, but the church is where your child builds community.
Yeah.
Or you hear a teaching that helps you be a better parent, or the job thing that you miss, but then you go, you're faithful to God's people. I say God's house, but it's where His people gather, and you meet somebody that leads to a new job or a promotion.
Yeah.
In other words, they work together, like you're saying, when you trust that they're all callings from Him, and then they have, priorities in our life. But I just wanted to take a moment because I think we undervalue it. Because it's always been around, and yet you can travel to, we went to Egypt, and I got to speak at a church, and it was jam-packed, and they were quite passionate, but it was a church, you know what I mean, in Cairo. There's not one on every corner. There's not a million choices that you can choose from. In China, you got to put your life on the line. In other words, I think, especially in the West and in America, sometimes we just take it for granted, and it's easy to be negative about that which you take for granted, because it seems there's so many different choices.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to challenge you to not just attend a church. Again, I was talking to a guy today, and he's like, they always are trying to encourage you. They're like, hey, we go to a lot of churches, but we like yours best. You know what I mean? It's like, but I'm glad, you like the teaching or the worship or the student ministry, but it's community
Yeah.
that really makes a difference. Because no matter what song you like, they're going to sing another one next week.
Yeah.
Right. And no matter how much you like the youth pastor this week, you know, your son or daughter's going to be mad at him next week. You know, they're going to fight with somebody at student ministry or the teacher, you know, in the auditorium. All that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But community is really important, and you can make a difference in somebody else's life too. It's not just about what happens to you, but it's what happens through you. You know, people underestimate the impact that they can have on other people's lives.
Yeah, that's so good.
You know, and in the church you get that opportunity. You know, pat on the back. You get to serve them through, you know, teaching their kids or their students or running a camera or doing technology or sharing the gospel, the good news, you know, so many ways. And, you know, I love social media. I love what we're doing right now. The thing that saddens me the most is so much of social media is negative when it comes to the church. And even church people tend to be negative about other churches, you know, and there's great value in community. You know, Jesus did life in community, and he challenges us to do the same. And I want to challenge you. You know, one is too small a number for greatness. And just hanging out with the guys at the softball field is great and wonderful, but there's more than that. And there's more than getting together and knitting a, what do you call a quilt or whatever, you know, I don't know what people do.
But on that note, we're starting a quilt knitting guys group. So.
Quilting ministry.
Interest group here at the church.
There you go. To go with the soapboxes. But anyways, that's something to think about. I want to challenge you to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised at what you discover and the joy of not just receiving, but actually giving of your time, your money, your skills, your abilities. Jesus died for the church, right? The people. And he said he would build it. He cares about it. And it's important to him. And it's important to our world. Amen.
Amen. That's good.
Preach.
Guys, I am so glad that you decided to tune in today. And like I said, every Sunday night, we're here. A lot of times, you know, we're going to have to get some of our giveways again.
Oh,
we
that's
we
right.
went from the most generous show on the internet to...
Most stingy.
I don't know about the most stingy.
No, I'm kidding.
A stingy.
Yeah. No, not stingy. I wouldn't use stingy either because you just gave them a word.
I just gave.
You just
I gave
gave
something
them
better
Still
than
generous.
this. Yes,
Yeah.
but anyways,
So-
and we do a podcast every Thursday morning at a.m. A live one comes out along with a lot of other things, and we're always trying to do more to build a community to partner with you so that you can reach your God potential and change the world.
Come on.
We'll catch you next time on all of our channels, and welcome to Rumble
Hey.
and YouTube. Bye-bye.